My name is Laura Cronk. I'm currently at Hope Reigns Arabians in Franktown, Colorado. I've been in the Arabian horse industry my whole life. My mom and dad had Arabian horses growing up. It's just been a passion and my lifestyle for my whole life. What has drawn me to the Arabian horse over other breeds? I just think they're just phenomenal animals. Their intelligence, their beauty, their charisma. They are very much of a people horse, and you can get very, very connected with Arabian horses. Yes. And the people are amazing. Well, I've been blessed in my career to have been Kemosabe's last caretaker, or he was the last caretaker of me too, okay? He took very, very good care of me, and because of him I got to meet some amazing people from all over the world. But when Kemosabe first came to me, his fertility, I mean, he was older, his fertility was not very good. And Mrs. Husband came to me one day and she said, you know, he hasn't bred a mare, a live cover mare in many, many, many years. So if you have a really good mare, let's live cover him and maybe that will help him. And I told Mrs. Husband I didn't think that was a very good idea. But we had a mare at the ranch, that a very famous mare that was very kind and gentle, and I knew she'd be all right with Kemosabe. So the vet was there, and we decided to go ahead and do what Mrs. Husband wanted and live cover Kemosabe. So we live covered him, and he dismounted from the mare and he started shaking all over, and the vet was there and he said, take him back to his stall quickly, and I did. And he's shaking and almost collapsing, and I thought, oh no, I just killed Kemosabe. So the vet checked him out and he regained his breath and regained his consciousness. And I called up Mrs. Husband and I said, you know, Kemosabe's okay, don't worry, but we live covered him as per your suggestion, and Mrs. Husband, don't ever ask me to do that again. So I said, but don't worry, he's all right, the vet's checked him out, everything's fine. So within 20 minutes, Mrs. Husband is pulling up to the ranch. And I go out to the car to greet her and I said, Ruth, I promise you he's okay. And she gets out of her car and she walks over to his stall. She goes, I know he's okay. I trust you. I just wanted to come see the smile on his face. So those are just some wonderful memories that I have from some wonderful people. And for Mrs. Husband to say something like that was pretty special. Well, in my career, I don't own any purebred Arabian mares right now, or stallions, but my career has always been centered around managing people's mares and stallions, and I've been very, very, very blessed to manage some of the most famous Arabian stallions and mares in our industry. So I have been able to advise people about breeding, and I always push them to register because number one, I think it makes them more valuable, and I think that it's important that we keep track of our pedigrees and always make sure that these horses have good homes their whole lives. So I just think it's very important to make sure that we do register the horses. The registry has helped me out quite a bit. I have to tell you, ladies, you've done a great job. I have sold some horses over the years and people have lost papers and that type of thing. And the registry has been very, very helpful at helping us track things down and get these horses re-registered as well. So I do encourage anybody that has any questions, call the registry. Very, very helpful, informative, and will get the job done for us. Do a lot of research. Go with what makes your heart go pitter-patter, because ultimately you are down as the creator of this horse. For this whole horse's life, your name will be down as the breeder. So do research. Do the right thing with the horses. Make sure that you have them in the right environment. Seek as much advice as you can in breeding horses. There's lots of people out there willing to give our advice and our 2 cents worth, and you know, everybody has an opinion, and it's very strong opinions as to what we're doing. And people just need to do their research and form their own opinions and realize we are responsible for what we've created, and follow through with that responsibility. Well, I am passionate about people breeding horses because that's what I do, is manage horses for people. I would encourage people to research and try to breed more. Our Arabian horse industry has gotten small, but I think that we're coming back up again. I would like to encourage people to research things, and I'd like to see the registry as well. We do have some genetic faults that we can test and make sure that people are breeding responsible. We have tests for SCID, CA, and LFS. I would encourage people to research that. I would like to encourage the registry that since we pull hair for DNA to register our horses, that we use that same hairs and go ahead and part of registration for all of our foals now, test them and stamp it on the papers. Then that way anybody that's new coming into this industry, that it's part of the horse's records if they're clear or a carrier, that people will be breeding responsibly, and we don't have to ever be afraid of producing a foal that might be a carrier or positive for any of these genetic traits that we can test for and breed responsibly around it.